Back again, Wagwan, Sapa, say tutto bene, tutto bien, que la que hay, mi gente. It's your boy Jimothy Sosa, back after long last. It's been a while, but I'm here now. I missed y'all. It was a little bit of time, but I didn't want to give y'all any filler content. I only want to give y'all that real. Y'all know that's my credibility, right? So today I got to talk to y'all about a 2-week trip I had in Italy back in November. I went to Catania, Sicily, a little bit of Rome, and a little bit of Athens, all of which were dope for different reasons. And I want to just go through some of the first impressions, my takeaways, things I liked about it, things I thought were different than America, or ways I thought they could adapt, but who am I, right? But yeah, ride with me. We're going to get into that. Go. As always, please like, comment, and share. Subscribe if you would love to see all the other videos that I got coming out. Similar to this, I got a Brazil trip coming up. Carnival is about to be lit. And I'm going to give y'all some Columbus life. So just please share, or if you know anyone interested, do that. But let's get into it. This is going to be kind of a blitz move here because I didn't really plan this out. I just took a bunch of notes. I don't know the list perfectly by memory, so I'm going to just spit them out and I'll elaborate where I see fit. So just roll with me, y'all. Support your boy Jimothy Sosa, all right? But let me give you a little bit of backstory. This weekend was Veterans Weekend when I left. I was in New Orleans to go see my homie's wedding. It was dope. It was awesome. And then I flew from New Orleans to Rome to Catania, Sicily, Italy. So I'm on the island. It's a little warm. You know I'm a little island. You already know how I get down on the island. But nonetheless. So I show up. The weather is about 65 to 70 degrees this whole time. And this is mid-November to like just after Thanksgiving. So that's good temperatures for real. Not cold. Light jacket will get you through. So if you come in that late, it's going to be nice. But also if you come in the summer, it's going to be hot. So, you know, ponderosa. And I think those temperatures are like 20 to 25 degrees in Celsius. But, you know, I ain't no mathematician. I just know mathematicians. I ain't no mathematician. Whatever it's called. I just know it's 9/5 plus 32 degrees is the difference. So I think if you say 20, boom, plus the 32, you at 70. You know what I mean? Math. Okay, so my first impressions, I always look around and look at how people dressed. And people are dressed nicely here in Italy. Also, people are pretty in shape. I didn't see too many overweight people like going around. So that's one difference you might notice. But older gentlemen, 30, 40 older, they would normally have on like a nice jacket or not a blazer, like a nice jacket, a sweater, nice jeans, looking together when you would see them out when I would be walking around. Younger than 30, they would look a little bit more like you would expect, more hoodies, bigger sweaters, baggy stuff, but they was fresh. They had different shoes, like the Adidas and Nikes they have are a little bit different than we got, but they was fly. They was doing their little thing, playing together. They had their pandas out there, so you're gonna see a lot of that. It was surprising to see so many like sometimes they call them box logo sweaters, but a lot of sweaters with American cities like LA, New York, Chicago. A lot of people either had gone over there or they rock with the outfit, but I saw a lot of that. Another thing I noticed when I was there, that when we would go out and be at the little palacios, chilling, you know, drinking in the plaza with the music, kind of feeling like La Placita, the little Spanish vibes, a lot of the girls would have like blazers on. And it was a cool little vibe, but it was different than home. It was nice, but it was clearly the style because a lot of them had it. So you'll see that. You might notice that in different places that you go. Or maybe that's just this year's swag. Another thing you're gonna notice is that the prices are pretty affordable for things when you're going out. Definitely drinks at night are affordable. We were paying like $3 a shot. Another thing is a lot of people there didn't take shots like naturally, but you know, me being a guy laughing, talking, trying to get involved, trying to figure out what's going on. I meet people like, yo, trying to take a shot, they'll take a shot. And it was just $3. So I mean, that's easy. But in the States it's way higher than that. Food, dinner, snacks, products in the store and the groceries, everything's pretty affordable when you're there in Italy. So you will be able to take advantage of that, and everything is very fresh. That's like the biggest thing you're gonna notice when you're over there. Like, I don't even like eggplant. Eggplant was fire there. Like, bro, I can't even really tell you about it like that. It was just, it almost felt like a meat. And not just in the pasta, you could taste it in the tomatoes and all the sauce. So everything is just fresh. The pizza, I did figure out why they call it margarita pizza. How they call it, it's because the dude made it, and it has the three colors of Italy: the basil, the tomato, the cheese. So, bang, that's some information for you. I learned that one in Rome, though. So, Catania didn't tell me. The Sicilians, they wasn't on that yet, but they had good pizza. Stuff was fire. Also, they are not going to put buffalo chicken or no sauces. Them pizzas, how they say them, that's how they come. The Italians, they've already mastered the pizza. They don't want to learn nothing new. And that's one thing they could learn. You could put some buffalo chicken on some pizza and it'll hit. You could put some chicken in pasta and it'll hit. But, you know, they got their recipes and they work. They work. When you buy like a Gatorade at the store, the lids don't come all the way off. They stay on a little bit, so you can drink them, but then you gotta fold it back. And I think it's just for littering or recycling, some type of program they got. But that was a thing that I noticed, and I was like, I'm trying to get this joint off. You ain't supposed to take it. They even had smoking sections in the airport. Italians like to smoke. A lot of Europeans like to smoke, so that's not even that crazy. But sometimes you'll see them rolling their own little cigarettes. I'm like, yo, my man's rolling the Yamin. He ain't rolling the Yamin. He ain't got no razzle dazzle. They just smoking cigarettes, and they literally smoked in the airport. It was a little glass cube joint. You know what I mean? They had them and they were smoking in there. You couldn't even really smell it. So I was like, hey, respect. You'll also notice almost anywhere you go in Italy, and kind of a lot of places you go outside of the States, is there are way more roundabouts for the traffic. And that makes sense. That's their way of doing it. The street light was made by a Black American. If y'all didn't know that, February coming up, so Black History. I'm getting y'all in January. But that's an American invention, so it's clear, it's kind of obvious that everybody wouldn't have it. And they say technically roundabouts might be safer, but they always behave. With the traffic, people are not going to slow down if they see you thinking about crossing the street. You got to cross the street and they will stop for you. But otherwise, traffic is going to keep flowing. And everybody that always goes to Europe or anywhere out the States always be like, traffic and the driving is crazy. I mean, they just more, they about it. They're going to stop for you. It's not as catered to pedestrians as the States may be. So just notice that. Walk with confidence, walk with faith, not with sight. You be all right. Another one that's kind of a negative, but not really a negative, depending on how you see it, is there's not a ton of diversity. Like, you're spoiled in the States here. We have people from all over the world. We're used to having people from all over the world come here, meeting them. You live in a neighborhood, you probably got a little bit of everything, or you go to school. But most of these places are a little bit more the same. So Italians are Italians. There was a good amount of immigration from some Turkish you could see there, and some Africans for sure. But overall, most people are Italian. They have a similar culture. So with that also ties into the food that they have and the food options. The food is great. It's Italian food though. You're not having Taco Tuesdays and a bunch of sushi, American food. You don't have as much variety. You don't have all the Latin food that you're gonna get, like quesadillas, burritos. You don't even see that stuff there. So it's just, you'll notice that you're gonna have great quality food, but you may not have a breadth of variety from different cultures, and that's just a difference you're gonna have. But what they do it well. I cannot argue with it now. But that is something I noticed. I mean, yes, they do have some places, but you're not going to see it everywhere. It was much more common in Rome to get a little bit more options than it was in Catania. So just think about that, factor that in. But enjoy their foods, enjoy their cuisine, their little snacks and little fritters and all that. You're going out to eat, you're just going to have like cafes that have some pre-prepared foods, some cutlets, desserts, a lot of gelato everywhere. They love ice cream and they love pistachio everywhere. But you'll have different little snacks, like some pasta that you can just run into real quick. Let me get this little bit of boom, boom, boom. They'll weigh it out. You pay. It might be 10 euro. You're good. Now you got a healthy lunch and something for later. So you could run into these little spots. You'll see them all over. Or you could sit and chill. One thing to remember or to know is that in a lot of these places, if you just go to the counter, you don't get charged like a service charge. But if you sit down and the waiter comes, then you're going to get charged a service charge. So just keep that in mind. A lot of these little cafes that you eat at lunch, or any place you go to really eat, a restaurant, they're going to have espressos and coffee and all of that. So As you probably heard as a stereotype, there's a lot of espresso. They drink a lot of that. But the way that their day goes, the speed, the pace, the lateness, it makes sense that you be banging these espressos out here and there to keep yourself going. So I definitely recommend that while you're there, you try them, and you'll understand that as you keep trying to go and you're trying to do everything, these little espresso shots will help you stay awake a little bit, keep you energized, and keep you moving. Because I needed them, especially when you're coming from the States with that like big 6 hour time difference. At first, you're excited, you're not going to be jet lagged, but as you get into it and more days go by and you're trying to do stuff by day and by night and be out till 4 a.m., you're going to need to slow down a little bit. So low espressos will help, but naps and stuff like that are very vital. I'm going to give you the perfect strategy of taking care of that in a little bit when I get to kind of the end. A lot of people spoke English, especially if you were 30 or younger. People were speaking English. I could go out and talk to people. There were varying levels, but they could definitely have a conversation. It wasn't even like, 2 words, like as bad as I was trying to say tutto bene, and then that's all I got, player. That's it. You should also read up. If you know you're going to go a month in advance, read up, get a little book, read it each day. Watch some YouTube videos, stuff like that. Try to pick up the basics of the language. And you can do that pretty decently in a month if you give it some time every day. 20, 30 minutes, an hour, you might be feeling confident. One of the staples to Catania is Mount Etna. It's, I think, the largest and the active volcano in Europe. So it regularly has eruptions. It doesn't really hit the city, so don't worry. It ain't like Land Before Time. That's what I was thinking. I was like, we're going to have to get out of here. Nah, it was safe. You will see that they use the lava in jewelry. They use the lava in buildings. They use the lava, like the remnants, when it's all crusty in rock form. They use that throughout the city. So you'll notice that, and it's a good souvenir, something cheap that you can get and give to somebody, and it's kind of personal to that place without saying it's clearly from there. If you know, you know. One of the bigger takeaways was the people were great. Health is wealth. That's the biggest thing, yo. That's what you need in life. You need to be healthy. That was the reason I had to go out there, for family reasons, but that took me there. But health is wealth, most important thing. And family is the second most important thing, because you want to be able to support your family. That's what you work hard for, is when things happen, you be able to be there for them and make your presence known. So yeah, not to get too serious, but now that's really what I noticed when I was in Catania. Some of the things I noticed when I was in Rome was that it just was very similar, but a little bit more of a big city, more of a metropolis. Like you just got more. They will compare it to like New York City if you're comparing like a metropolis in the States. It wasn't as big as New York City by any means, but it's a large city. There's so much history. It was dope. I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do when I was there, but I just know everything. There's the devil's in the details, and the details are everywhere. It is a modern city, and it's amazing to see that it is modern, but it still has so many relics and pieces of the past. It still got water fountains that were made from the Romans back in the day that just provide clean water to the city. The homeless can drink it, whatever. You'll be right next to a new building or something like that, and then you see relics of the Roman Empire right there. Of course, you got the Colosseum, the Pantheon, the Lizzie McGuire fountain. I think they call it the Trippy fountain. I went and saw that. I saw those places. I said I missed the Colosseum. I'm mad at myself. I have bought tickets, which make sure y'all buy tickets when y'all try to do those events, because you want to get in. I did the skip the line ones, but I was too tired that day, man. It was catching up to me. I was 2 weeks in. I was having fever dreams. I don't even know what that means, but it felt right to say. And I was like, I'm going to just sleep a little bit more instead of going to this Coliseum at 9 a.m. after I had just drank and all. Yeah, the architecture, beautiful. The history, beautiful. The Vatican was awesome. I didn't think I was going to like the Vatican, but just being there, you can feel it. You can see it. You see all that history, all the art, all the sculptures, the stuff taken from Africa, like the marble to build all of this. You just see the grandioso elegance of it. Like it was done with purpose, and it's just beautiful. You see the Sistine Chapel. That's my main takeaways that I had. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit all over the place. It's been a while since y'all seen me, but I'm here. I'm gonna have another follow-up video actually telling y'all like what I did day by day, day by day. Some of it might be wild, some of it might just be cool. But yeah, I got that coming out for y'all soon. And then we got a few more videos coming. Like I said, I'm gonna give y'all some Columbus content. I'm gonna give y'all some Rio Carnival content because I'm gonna be out there for another 10 days coming up soon. I'm hoping it's everything they say Carnival's supposed to be. So keep tuned. Watch your boy Jimothy Sosa, International Jones. You know what I mean?